Alright. What else is in here? The Hobbit. Hmm. Let's go play a thing for not very long. So, you may well note already the 2003 date on this here little Hobbit game. This was made by Sierra. Holy crap, I did not realize that. Sierra is an awesome game company for the PC. I did not know they made Game Boy Advance games in any capacity. It's a decent enough map of The Hobbit, at least. So right after they made all the Lord of the Rings games for the Lord of the Rings movies, they had to go ahead and make a Hobbit game. Because of course they did. Also, I really can't hear that, like, at all. That's better. So, I don't think they actually collaborated with the people that made the other Lord of the Rings games and were just left on their own to create the design of the characters, because, you know. Yeah. And I still hear the voice of, I have no idea what the voice actor's name was, but the voice of Bilbo Baggins from the 1977 Rankin Bass animated feature. That will forever be my headcanon for Bilbo voice. Sorry, Martin Freeman, you are an awesome actor, and I like you in a lot of other things, but The Hobbit was not one of them. So I'm not actually certain what the game wants me to do right now. But hey, I found a treasure chest with a chunk of meat in it, so why not? Also, while I am not really a fan at all of the King's Quest games, I will defend to the death Sierra's probably last adventure game until they, you know, resurfaced very recently, Torin's Passage. The game is goofy and cheesy and over the top, and I love it. So we gathered up some meat, but is there... Oh, okay. I wonder if that's a clue. Maybe we should use them, guys. I don't know. I'd have to look hard to find a place where we can use those firecrackers. suddenly we have a sneak button. Actually makes sense. Or we couldn't be arsed to actually keep the changed scenery. Also, there's a very good way of putting it. Torrens Passage is Sierra without any of the Sierra bullshit. The good stuff without the bad. And yes, you could actually die in Torrens Passage, but doing so just meant you would get a funny quip, and then you were exactly where you were the moment that you died. Oh god, don't even get me started on Police Quest. I never made it anywhere in that ridiculous game. Okay, what do I do with the bag of tokens? Oh, 50 for an extra life. Okay. I didn't even notice until now that we have 2 extra lives. It's always weird to me when we have these iconic characters with extra lives in a adventure RPG like this. Like, you would expect it to be more action RPG-ish, like Secret of Mana, where you die and go back to whatever the last save was. So, what exactly do I do with it? Oh, okay. That was easy enough. And the mule can just sit there being a mule. Also, I do remember I did stream, or I attempted to stream Police Quest at one point, and twice. I tried twice. I failed the car check the first time, so I immediately failed because I didn't do all the things in the checklist that I don't think the game actually tells you in advance what all is on the checkpoint. And then the second time I got all the checkpoint things right, but then did something wrong during the actual driving portion, and again, just completely failed. So I don't think I'm ever gonna try to stream Police Quest again. It's just not worth it. Also, once again, couldn't be arsed to save the changes, so when you leave and come back, all the things that changed are back to the way they were. Never mind that we make it a quest point of get rid of these old pots for me. Oh, they're all back now. But that's okay. Well, good to see you, bye. Wasn't that a nice, pointless thing? See now, game, when you have a person speaking and you put the dash in, that means they're cut off. That generally someone else is speaking over them at that exact moment. And it's really amusing when you put that, and then it's like... and then a person walks across the room while he stands there silently. There, see? That was done well. Good job, game. Also, I have no idea if my stomach growling is being picked up by my mic. I have not yet had dinner. We'll do so after the game streaming. Also, while Bilbo and most of the other hobbits have looked absolutely ridiculous, these dwarves have looked perfectly fine. The writing is, you know, good enough for a Game Boy Advance version of The Hobbit. So I guess in those two senses, so far this is okay. Don't know why the game had a save game and then walk 3 screens and save game again. Alright, we have some rodents of unusual size. Perfect thing for the first thing to fight in any action RPG. Oh, be tossing the coins off screen. So I would actually prefer it if we had a run button instead of a sneak button. See. Nope, no such luck there. What? Well, that's a thing. eat some food. Oh, eat a lot of food, apparently. Didn't realize it would only heal 5. Also, I'm not sure what... Can I sneak over it? Okay, I gotta snap over it. Whoops! Thought so. Nifty nifty. And now I am fairly certain that the shield rune is an automatic thing, not a thing I have to equip. And... Yep, I have 1 out of 9 on the shield rune list. Not that I'll be getting possibly even any more, I don't think. Because, you know, again, this game is okay, but I don't really think it's... Yeah, I don't really think it's a game I want to play the entire thing of. It's just kind of meh. Like, I assume at later points you'll get, varying, different abilities that we can use to, make the combat more interesting and, you know, do different stuff, but... Like, off the top of my head, I can immediately think of Secret of Mana, action RPG, where you start out with the one guy who can only swing a sword, and then you get a whole variety of weapons, and you get other characters, and you get magic. So it works out quite well. I don't honestly know if that will hold true in this game as well. Thought that looked suspicious, but I guess not. I also like how the bats get a huge cloud of smoke when they appear, making you think, ooh, it could be something big, and then, nope, itty bitty bat. Oh, no, I didn't miss something. Okay. This is tinder and flint. Okay. And that'll be the thing I was searching for. I see. I had a feeling that that was not going to be it, because tinder and flint alone would not really do much against a wall. You know, a stone wall. Wooden wall, it'd be fine. You could probably rig up something very easily to get rid of a wooden wall with just tinder and flint. Also, I'm kind of curious, is there... I don't think I'm getting any kind of thing other than food for, well, food and money for defeating the enemies. No real experience and level up system. Did that say tinder and flint? Yeah, tinder and flint. I mean, you would expect, like, flint and steel, I think would be the normal way of putting that. Kinda makes me wonder why you dwarves don't have tinder and flint, but we'll just ignore that. Not actually certain what that opened up. No, hope it was the locked door. Okay, good. Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong. Yay. Then we get a bomb. Oh, and we even get teleported out. Sweet. Thunderclaps. Alrighty then. Well, rain sure cleared up quickly. Let's find out. Didn't think so. At least we have a nifty little combos. Oh god. Combo system for the attacks. So that's interesting. I'd like to use a thunderclap on it, but timing it would be... Whoa! Okay. Didn't realize they did that. Good to know. Yeah, timing on it would be pretty difficult. Aw. That was definitely a direct hit, but, yep, totally book accurate right here. Although, given that the giant spiders exist in... was that Mirkwood? You know, giant bees are not too far off, honestly. Oh, what's this now? Huh. Okay, so we have a charge-up roll attack. Why not? Are we at the trolls? We're at the trolls, huh? We're just speeding through the book. Yep. Sure, we're waiting in the shadows. Not just two of them standing exactly where they were. And are we gonna do this for 13 dwarves? Are we really gonna do this? For 13 dwarves? Okay, I know that is exactly what happened in the book, I just was wondering if we would get cutscene for all of them. And it doesn't look like we will. And yeah, just like in the book, the protagonists did nothing to rescue themselves or fight. They just got bagged, and Gandalf showed up, and the trolls returned to stone. So yeah, you know, just like it actually is, that you do nothing except watch a cutscene unfold. Let's just go get Sting, and then I think I'll be done. I'm really amused by all these random rainfalls. Did The Hobbit actually take place in the tropics? In like a rainforest area that gets completely just downpour one minute, no rain the next? Really? We came all this way. Turbo button. Well, that'll work. Here's the key. Okay, annoying. So instead of Sting, we get more puzzles and more enemies. Okay. Wait, what? We're at the end of the cave already, what? Oh wait, no, they didn't get... No, they did! The troll cave is where they got the weapons. It sounded like it unlocked a thing. Let's see. Sorry, me being a derp. Okay, seriously. Piss off. More block pushing. Yeah, that's what the Hobbit was all about. Block pushing puzzles. What's this? There we go. That didn't take too long. And... Come on, game. Seriously? Gonna make me go through more okay. Okay. Too bad we're already maxed out on those. So, come on, game. Give me my... Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh. I see. Okay, walking stick. Nope. Wait, what? What? Small dagger? He named it. Actually, no, he didn't. He didn't name it on the spot. Oh. My memory. It was not until the spiders that he named it Sting. So, yeah, this is actually keeping, mostly accurate, surprisingly. I mean, it is still inventing quite a bit, because... kinda needs to, because, yeah, Satsui in the chat just said right at the same time that if this were really keeping book accurate, there'd be nothing happening. There'd be, like, a cutscene, and then a tiny bit of walking, and then a cutscene. So, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to my health. But it's okay, because we have extra lives. Oh, it started us over in the end. So yeah, I think that is where we will leave off. This has been The Hobbit. Well before any of the Hobbit trilogy movies came out. They were an idea in 2003. There were people that wanted it to happen. Peter Jackson was saying he was going to work on it, and then studios intervened and projects were shelved, but you know, it did eventually come to fruition, and we got 3 movies. They're actually very much like this game. They were just okay. They weren't bad, but they were not great. And yeah, I mean, this, as a game for the Hobbits, this is perfectly fine. This is totally playable. The controls are good. It, adds enough to make it a game and still be a pretty decent, adaptation of The Hobbit. I enjoyed my time in this, more than I expected I would. Almost recommended if you really, really seriously want to play it. There are far worse things you could do. I don't think this would be a really bad use of your time. So yeah, I guess we're about done here.